On the Hobo road, I roll alone. Stars above that I follow.
Hey, welcome back, my alley-adapted ambassadors of anonymity, my grit-gilded ghosts of the grid, my roadside reshaped refugees of routine. Hobo Yeti here, reporting from the forgotten edges of America, where homelessness is basically a part-time acting gig with no pay, bad lighting, and critics who never shut up. People think we wake up every day plotting petty crimes or philosophizing about trash cans, but really, we're just trying to get through the day without being treated like a walking misdemeanor. Mostly harmless, as Douglas Adams would say, except society keeps reading us like a horror novel with missing pages. So tonight we're going over the 10 tricks, traits, and tactical contortions we use to survive the public, the cops, the creeps, and the peanut gallery. It's not deception, it's adaptation, like camouflage, except the predators are bored civilians and municipal bylaws. Buckle up, or don't. Seatbelts aren't really part of hobo life anyway. 1. Project the right presence for the situation. You don't get to decide when to be intimidating and when to be harmless. Circumstance does that for you. In bad areas, you walk with tunnel vision, shoulders squared like you've got a destination and a debt collector waiting there. It's theater, and the ticket price is your safety. Around cops, though, you pivot fast. Soft eyes, harmless grin, old guy posture, and just enough politeness to sound forgettable. You're not lying. You're redirecting their expectations. Among other homeless or shady types, you stand tall again, no limp, no hesitation, projecting that you're not easy prey. It's a constant switchboard of personas, everyone rehearsed for years of trial and error. People say, be yourself. Sure, but which one? The one that keeps you breathing. That's the only self that matters. 2. Stay clean overall. Clean is camouflage, dirt is probable cause. That's the unspoken law of the street. A razor, a washcloth, and 10 spare minutes can decide whether you're treated like a man or a menace. You don't clean up to impress anyone. You do it to buy breathing room. Cops double take less. Clerks talk like you're human. Shoppers don't grab their bags when you pass. It's absurd that hygiene functions as a social password, but it does. Dirt marks you as other. Clean says safe. You're still homeless, still broke, still cold, but soap and a shave can disguise all that long enough to get through the day without confrontation. If dirt is suspicion, then water is currency. Spend it wisely. It's the cheapest peace treaty you'll ever sign. 3. Use affectations on purpose, and homelessness turns you into a mimic. You learn how to copy the body language that won't get you hurt. Limp a little and people pity instead of fear you. Act older and they relax around you. Keep your tone soft and they forget to see you as a threat. You're not playing games. You're navigating prejudice. Cops think you're calm. Stores think you're safe. And the general public decides you're not their problem for another minute. It's survival acting, but you don't get applause. Just fewer problems. You learn what posture gets a nod and which expression gets a door slammed. Nobody teaches this. It's earned through 1,000 interactions gone wrong. It's weirdly funny how pretending to be weaker sometimes keeps you alive longer than being strong. 4. Carry the cane consistently. A cane's a tool, not a prop, but try explaining that nuance to people who think pain's only real if it comes with paperwork. If they see you limp one day and walk normal the next, suddenly you're a scam artist. So, fine, you keep the cane always. It becomes part of your silhouette, your story, your silent excuse to exist. You lean on it when you need to, swing it when you don't, and let it tell people, relax, not a threat, just damaged goods. It's ridiculous, but that's how people read you. Consistency protects you more than truth ever did. You're not lying. You're making your pain legible to the world's worst audience. The cane's not a symbol of weakness. It's the world's favorite misunderstanding put to good use. 5. Be overly polite in stores. The trick isn't to be liked, it's to be tolerated. Walk into a store with a backpack and you're already halfway to a police report in someone's imagination, so you weaponize politeness. You say hello first. You make eye contact that says, see, not stealing. You give a small smile, not big enough to seem creepy, just enough to reset their threat meter. It's humiliating that survival depends on tone modulation, but it works. You keep your voice calm, your hands visible, and your thank yous consistent. You become aggressively normal. Clerks stop watching, customers stop whispering, and you leave without incident. It's not friendliness, it's diplomacy. Every have a nice day is a border crossing. You smile not because you're happy, but because it's cheaper than conflict. 6. Follow public rules tighter than everyone else. You don't get to be casual about rules when one mistake can turn into a trespassing ticket. Other people jaywalk, smoke near doors, or stretch out on benches without a care. You? You move like there's a surveillance camera narrating your every step. You smoke 25 feet away, not because you care about air quality, but because one complaint equals a cop visit. You cross streets like you're filming a safety PSA. You follow every posted sign like it's scripture. It's absurd theater, but it keeps heat off you. You're not obeying. You're defending. They say nobody's above the law, but truth is you're the only one under it. Staying out of trouble means living like you're constantly auditioning for the role of harmless passerby number 3. 7. Walk with the crowd. You walk with purpose, not panic. You move with the flow of the crowd, not outside it. Cutting through fields or roadside screams lost cause to anyone watching. You're not trying to hide. You're trying to blend, so you stay visible until the exact second you don't want to be. The trick is to look like someone on their way to something. Job, bus, therapy, whatever fantasy fits their comfort zone. Then, when eyes turn away, you slip into the trees quick and quiet, like a magician exiting mid-applause. Civilization by day, ghost by night, it's equal parts strategy and choreography. If you look like you belong, nobody asks where. You're not disappearing, you're just changing scenes. The world doesn't notice your absence if you exit gracefully. 8. Don't hang out anywhere too long. You can't afford to linger. A housed person can nurse a coffee for an hour. You loiter for 20 minutes and suddenly someone's dialing the cops about a guy just sitting there. The world turns stationary homeless people into threats and moving ones into scenery, so you stay in motion, change benches, change corners, change posture. It's a dance with invisible timers. The irony's bitter. Society tells you to get a life, then punishes you for existing in public too long. You're not trespassing. You're breathing where someone can see it. That's enough to trigger alarm bells. So you keep it brief. If motion equals safety, then stillness equals risk. Sitting too long isn't resting, it's evidence. You move not to go anywhere, but to survive visibility. 9. Avoid exaggerated motions. Every movement tells a story, and yours better not look unpredictable. Wave too big, threat, scratch your head too fast. Threat, talk with your hands. Threat with commentary. You learn to move slow, deliberate, like a National Geographic clip of a predator pretending it's not hungry. You're not paranoid, you're adapted. Overreaction gets you attention, and attention gets you questions. Even reaching for your pocket can make someone gasp. So you slow it all down. Calm face, relaxed gestures, no flailing, no fast moves. You're not dead inside. You're choreographed. Your stillness buys safety. Your restraint earns silence. Society loves calm homeless people. They just don't realize they created them by making everyone else dangerous. 10. Mask self-talk with an earpiece. Talk to yourself on the street and people label you crazy. Talk to yourself with a Bluetooth in your ear and suddenly you're productive. So you wear an earbud, working or not. It's not tech, it's camouflage. Talking keeps your brain from collapsing inward after days alone, but the world can't handle visible loneliness. The earpiece tricks them into comfort. They need to believe you're connected, not unraveling. It's tragic and hilarious at once. A dead earbud saves more homeless lives than half the outreach programs. You're not pretending to be sane, you're pretending to be modern. The irony, half the normal people are talking to their phones too. At least yours doesn't judge back. We survive not because the world helps us, but because we learn how to navigate its fears without letting them swallow us. Every small adjustment, every softened expression, every polite word, every carefully timed limp is less about blending in and more about avoiding the wrong kind of attention. It's not fake, it's strategic. Mostly harmless, sure, but only because you've learned how to steer the chaos. I hope your road is a good one, and if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. And remember, being invisible isn't the goal, it's not being bothered. Peace.